AITAH for apologizing only by text. I just had what seems to me like a really odd conversation with my husband. We were texting about a phone conversation in which we had been talking about a couple different things, and during part of the time, I was splitting my attention to get something done that has a time limit. He had mentioned that he was waiting for me to get done so we could talk about something. I told him I was done with the thing and waited for him to talk about the thing he wanted to discuss. I was silent for a while, then he said, "Well, it seems like you don't really want to focus on a conversation with me, and I would rather not stay on the line listening to silence, so I'm going to get off the phone." I told him okay, and we got off the phone. He then sent a text and said he didn't want to compete for my attention on the phone. I told him I was confused as I had been waiting for him to talk about the thing he wanted to discuss and was not talking so he could. He said I should have asked him what he wanted to discuss. I apologized for not realizing he wanted me to ask him about it and then asked if he wanted to try that again. He didn't want to keep texting, so I called him back and asked what he wanted to discuss. This is where it really goes downhill. He starts laying into me about how rude it is to not apologize verbally and that I shouldn't think that a text apology was not personal enough, mind you. It was literally an apology for not reading his mind. At this point, I just really don't know how to respond to him because it feels like there is no correct response. He tells me that people who think any other way are wrong, essentially telling me straight out that I am wrong for thinking it was good enough to apologize for whatever part I played in the miscommunication, while I didn't even bring up the fact that he just admitted he wanted me to read his mind and think just like him or face the blowback of his frustration that we don't think the same. I hung up because I just can't go on the journey he is on where anyone who thinks different than him should be chastised for holding different views. He sent a snarky text accusing me of not caring and disrespecting him further by hanging up. Obviously, it's not great to hang up on people. I am not asking if I am in the wrong for that. But AITA for thinking a text apology for what I thought was just a small miscommunication was enough, or should I just have to keep apologizing in different ways until he decides it's enough?